Most young businesses sign a commercial lease and assume the landlord's terms are just the way it works. Well, they're not. Every clause, every concession, every piece of flexibility in that document is negotiable. And if you don't know what to push for and what the current market standards are, you will be locked into terms that work for the building, not for your business. Hi, I'm Charles Laginestra, Senior Vice President at CBRE. I have spent nearly 2 decades working on both sides of the commercial real estate table in New York City, the single most competitive office market in the world. From leading leasing at Fisher Brothers, where I completed over 60 transactions totaling 3.5 million square feet, to representing tenants and landlords at CBRE, I have seen what separates a deal that protects a business from one that costs them for years. Here's what every business needs to know before they sign. Point 1. Understand your leverage before you sit down. The biggest mistake tenants make is thinking they have no power. They do. They absolutely have power. The market is always moving, and vacancy rates, competing options, and the landlord's own financial position all factor into how much flexibility exists for the tenant. Before you negotiate, know the market. Know what comparable spaces are leasing for, know the landlord's occupancy situation, and the building's capital structure. That intelligence is your leverage, and experienced representation is how you get it. Point 2. Protect yourself in the terms, not just the rent. Rent gets all the attention, but the clauses that will cost you most are usually buried in the details. We call these hidden costs: renewal options, termination rights, rent escalation caps, sublease flexibility, and build-out responsibilities. These are the terms that define what happens when your business changes, and businesses always change. Build in optionality now, because negotiating from a weak position mid-lease is a much harder conversation. Point 3. Think in cycles, not just years. A commercial lease is not just a real estate decision. It is a business strategy decision, as human capital and real estate often represent the 2 largest cost items on a company's balance sheet. Where you are located, how much space you commit to, and how flexible your terms are will affect your ability to hire, grow, and adapt. The businesses that fare best are the ones that align their real estate commitments with where their business is actually headed, not just where it is today. So before you sign anything, get informed, get represented, and get the terms that actually work in your favor. A well-negotiated lease is not just a cost, it is a competitive advantage. If you are navigating an office decision in New York City, I would welcome the conversation. Thank you.